Yo, 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 yo.
Hello and welcome to Flappity Flap Podcast. This is your hosts, Brandon and Sarah.
We're a little out of practice. Been a few weeks. Something like that. Where are we at? Want to tell the fine people?
We're in between houses.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we are in a house, but yeah, we're in my mom's house. Stuffed into a bedroom on a air mattress. With all our crap in storage while we wait for our house to sell. Hopefully for $1 million. Am I right?
That's a funny and
Come on,
sad
it could
joke.
happen. It's California. There's got to be some reward for schlepping all these years. Is that the right word? Or schlepping usually when you're like lugging stuff around, schlepping things up and down a hill or something. Being schmucks here. Any of the schmo words, really. Anyway, I think those blueberry muffins, Brandon was raving about Costco coffee cake muffins. So Mom and I went to Costco the other night. And then we get all the way to the front of the store and they're like, oh, it's 2 for $1. And I was just going to let it go. And they were like, the cashier and Mom were like, you paid for 2, basically. I mean, so I ran all the way to the...
Did it not say that?
It did, but I don't read those signs. I don't go to Costco. It's not like a huge sign. They just have the little printed, I think because they change them out a lot because the deals change. I'm like, I'm not looking for... They're huge muffins. It's a 6-pack, but they're humongous.
They are humongous.
No one needs 6.
And they're packed with sugar.
But I felt the pressure, so I jogged to all the way to the other end of the store. Got me workout on, and
jogged the half mile that is half of
exactly.
Walmart.
And
Walmart, Costco.
Oh, what is wrong with you? And got a pack of blueberry muffins as well. I think they make me fart.
They're just as sweet and sugary as the...
I'm not saying they're better. I'm saying it was to add some variety because I thought you'd be sick of coffee cake muffins.
The chocolate chip ones are good too.
You do not put chocolate... I don't know what that accent was that came out. You don't put chocolate chips in a muffin.
They're chocolate chip muffins. And they're fucking amazing.
That's not a muffin. That is a cupcake.
No.
Yeah.
It's a muffin.
No.
There's no icing on it.
Ugh.
It's a muffin.
No, you might as well have a cookie. You might as well have a brownie.
It basically is a brownie.
I don't like very many muffins, but poppy seed is tolerable. Blueberry is the best. And so I went and grabbed blueberry muffins, but I think they're making me fart. Because yesterday I had
them. Well, I'll eat them. I'll create all the farts for you.
You're so selfish. Well, I was just sitting at work. I'm like, why am I farty? Like, I didn't have lentils. I didn't have split pea soup because my mom's got both of those things in the freezer. I didn't have beans. And then I was like, just suddenly in the afternoon, I was like, why? And then I'm sitting, because I'm working in the front room right now. And there's this big picture window, which is nice because it lets in all the light. But then I realized it's not like our old house where we're up on a hill. No one can see us. Every time I would do a little tilt.
You'd wonder if somebody's watching you.
Actually, it took me till today to go, fuck, anyone outside or walking by could just see me doing a little tilt and know exactly what is the universal signal of, puffing. Puffing muffins, cutting muffins, literally and figuratively cutting muffins or something.
That works.
Anyway, so I'm going to experiment tomorrow and see if they make me fart.
By not eating them or by eating more? By eating more. Oh my God.
I'm going to eat a whole one because they're like 2 pounds each. And then if I get farty in an hour, I'll know. Costco and then I will continue.
Costco food is pretty nice.
I was very upset, disappointed when they didn't have pretzels because I ordered a pretzel. I didn't know also you could pay at the cashier for your hot food. And so I ordered a pretzel, a slice of pizza, and hot dog.
And they didn't have it when you...
And I got up there, and Mom got a piece of pizza. It was good. I really wanted a pretzel. And had a Costco pretzel.
Well, maybe you guys need to go this week, coming up.
Just for...
Yeah?
A pretzel.
You talk about pretzels a lot, so you should do it. I do like
pretzels. It's not good for me. I'm eating worse.
Basically the same as pizza.
I'm using this. That's true.
Except it's more bland.
With mustard. A lot of butter and mustard. I think I'm using this time before we like go to Oregon. I think I'm using it as an excuse, like that I'm kind of still in crisis mode, with like when we were packing and cleaning.
Yeah.
And I think I'm using it as an excuse to like eat crap food and drink a lot of peach. And that's not good.
Well,
So the sit-ups are probably good.
I think it's also like a stress management thing because we've been dealing with stuff with the house and with the neighbors there and, bad news about the house that's just like ever popping up, it seems.
It's not really, but we did get
Kind of.
That
It's been pretty consistent. So
it's just a pain in the ass. It's always a pain in the ass. Anyway.
Basically just saying maybe, it's a little bit of stress management of like to help me forget about this kind of stuff. I'm going to eat something tasty.
But at the end of it, it's like, oh, I've gained 30 pounds and now my stress is that I have to get it off.
That won't happen though, because we're doing 100 sit-ups a day.
Yeah, but how many calories do you think you burn doing sit-ups? I mean, you get more defined abs, but
we're going for walks and stuff too.
They're pretty short walks.
Right,
I think we need to take longer walks.
Let's add squats to the list.
Oh, God.
Let's add squats.
I hate squats.
And free weights. Because you have your free weights here, I think, right?
Stop reminding me. Okay.
Or you use my free weights.
Sure. Doing that a lot.
Yeah, my balls keep going up under my butt.
I thought you would just say sorry.
So when a man sits down...
When a man sits down... his balls creep under his butt.
That was good. So when a man sits down and you start slouching and scooting...
Sliding?
At least in my case, my balls try to stay put. And then they kind of go under my butt. And it hurts. So I have to keep adjusting and pulling my shorts down and...
Is it
they're
because
like
you're on a chair
moving.
That's like faux leather, so it's just a slipperier substance?
I think I need
texture?
a seat like ergonomically and clinically designed to just hold my balls.
You can't be the only man that has this problem, yet I've never heard. It's not something someone in an office would share, though, I guess.
It's not something anyone talks about anywhere, I think.
That's so sad.
It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I was just explaining to you why
I just didn't expect you to just out
constantly.
Yourself, like where I'm like, yeah, you're doing that a lot. Because I just kept seeing you pull down your shorts. I didn't understand.
Yeah, because my body's sliding down, but my shorts and my balls are staying put. Sorry. Moving on.
Yeah. So we were talking the other day. Was it when I came back from getting my haircut? I get my haircut like every 6 to 8 months because it's kind of long and it's not, Anyway, but it got really long and...
Yeah, you were getting your haircut and you were talking about kind of venting stuff that was happening in your life to your
hairdresser. Yeah. Well, and because I don't see her except every 6 to 8 months, there's like a lot that's happened in between and we're comfortable with each other. We're not close. Like we don't do anything outside of that, but like we're Facebook friends and we know some mutual people.
You're on good terms.
Yeah. And, she's very friendly, very sympathetic, very empathetic, just easy to talk to. And I just sat down and told Brandon, I said, I got like verbal diarrhea.
You brain dumped on her.
I brain dumped on her. And then I had to make this conscious effort to stop that momentum and be like, how are you doing? And it felt very forced and I felt really bad, but it was just so easy. And I think just, again, part of her personality is like, and I just felt like, man. And when I left, it might have been my imagination, but I thought she was like kind of done.
A little bit.
And I thought I was a little bit like, oh, maybe she doesn't like me as much as I thought. And then I thought she's probably fucking exhausted because she's just taken all my, it wasn't all bad, but it was a lot of just the developments of the last half year and COVID, and a lot of it is bad or just challenging or stressful stuff because that's kind of what you just tend to talk about. You kind of don't, at least I don't immediately go to the good stuff. But yeah, I thought, man, I feel like I just took a lot from her or I gave her a lot that she now has to carry.
When you're in a stressful time.
Yeah.
So, but it is kind of like we were talking about these type of hands-on customer service type
Yeah, very intimate.
intimate jobs.
Yeah,
Like
hands-on touching. I mean, physical contact, which maybe creates this assumption or something of
it's like biological that
yeah.
somebody's touching your hair nicely and like making you feel comfortable and calm, so you feel like you're ready to just talk to them.
like you're on a level that you're not on with them. Mm-hmm. And like if you were just passing them or you saw them, you wouldn't like dump on them. Maybe I think they kind of invite it sometimes.
The
but
touching and stuff, I think, is what opens the door.
yeah,
It's that physical contact, even though you're just doing a job.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like I've felt that way anytime I've ever gone to a barber type situation. It's like you feel like oddly connected to the person, even though they're just doing a service.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel? I feel like with you though, you're much more reserved and polite, whereas I am definitely more effusive and like ready to. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes, and I feel like you'd be more respectful of that. But do you almost feel like also there's an expectation, like you're a little bit obligated to share when you sit in that chair?
Well, I think I'm more aware of it because I've been in that position, that type of job. When I was tattooing, I had...
You are face to face.
Yeah, you're touching people.
Yeah.
Day in and day out, you're touching people and, they feel connected to you, and it is draining. Because it's like, not only are you a tattooer, but you're a therapist. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the time, it's fine, to talk about people's problems and whatever kind of normal stuff. But sometimes, yeah, some people fully will take advantage and be like a full-on dump. Mm-hmm. And not like you did, but, some people are just kind of also built that way where they're like, they will drain.
Emotional vampires.
Yeah, they'll drain you.
Not like in What We Do in the Shadows.
Kind of.
But they won't literally drain you of your blood.
No,
they don't drain you of your blood anyway.
Your blood. They drain you of your
I guess it is kind of like that, yeah.
Energy.
Yeah. They might not be like consciously aware of it though. Interesting.
So I try not to like...
You'd be more respectful of that.
Yeah, although the only experience I can think of that I am in that position is like acupuncture. Mm-hmm. I think that's
But even then, they stick you and then they walk away. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of nice.
But some people like to strike up conversation and, use that.
Well, it's like, I mean, maybe not so much with tattooing, but even with that, it's, with getting massages, with getting your hair cut, with getting acupuncture, you're like, I'm paying for this self-care. Part of it is, this is all about me. Like with the acupuncturist, you don't have to feel bad about talking about yourself. You know, and you feel like this little privilege and like I'm telling you what's special about me, even if it's maybe bad stuff. And you kind of get like that special treatment, VIP treatment for for the 5 minutes or whatever, when they're like doing the interview and, making sure you're comfortable. Yeah. But definitely like, I think because we've been to like community acupuncture, but like when you're in a situation like with a masseuse, I mean, I don't talk that much because my face is squished into a thing because I'm, on my front usually. But with the salon, I mean, I'm looking at her in the mirror and she's right there by my face. Mm-hmm. She's not working on other areas.
And she's touching your hair, which honestly, in my opinion, it can be really therapeutic. Like when you're even just like cutting my hair, which is super simple, she just takes a beard trimmer and just does the same length all the way around. Mm-hmm. And it's like really relaxing for me. Yeah. I feel really calm, like, I don't know, like a monkey in a trance.
Do monkeys go into trances?
Probably. They're probably pretty easy to put into a trance.
Just like a tickle trance?
Yeah.
Well, I think also head touchies is that's my favorite.
Head touchies.
And even my hairdresser
but that's part
when
of
she
having
washes
your hair
my hair.
touched.
Yeah. But when she washes it and I think I went to a place once where they give you like a head massage for a minute and it was like kind of a higher end, but
that's dangerous.
It's so nice. It's weird though, because it's like, the place I went to, I didn't know them and it felt kind of weird, but I very quickly, get into it.
You're like, oh, this is weird. Oh, okay. Dude, keep going.
Yeah. I think someone did like a impromptu kind of Reiki treatment on me once. And It was just in an office. It was like Heather's
Was
friend.
it like touching Reiki or not?
Yeah, but
not
very
touching?
minimal. And I just sat in the chair and she kind of stood behind me and then was just doing like with her hand on my back. And like even just simple touching, I'm like, oh yeah. You know, unless it's like a weird, I don't know you, I don't like you, or it's, you know, creepy
obvious
boss or something.
obvious things you mean? Like,
you know, like
a weirdo
she was trying to show me
copping a feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it wasn't super caressy or tickly or, you know, back rub. It was just,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, and she, at the end, she was like, you're very receptive. And I was like, oh, really? I like it when people touch me. Again, just certain people,
Yeah.
trustworthy people.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it kind of made me, it just kind of gave me pause. Like, I need to be aware of that because I think my hairdresser is a very empathetic, kind of highly sensitive person, maybe like me and you, and just easily takes that, you know, and
it's hard to say, like, can I just cut your hair? You know,
and I just wear my earbuds and then just
no nice person's gonna say that. I think some barbers might say that.
Yeah.
Like, can we just like
you're kind of more in and out, maybe.
a barber might say like, you know, I had a long night last night. Can I just cut your hair? Mm-hmm. Can we just not talk?
Yeah, it would almost feel like a breach of some part of the arrangement, which is this is partly what I'm paying for, is like
Which
a
I
therapy
don't
session.
really agree with.
But I think also because I'm sitting there for 40 to 45 minutes because she washes my hair, she cuts my hair, she does the layering or with the thing that does like the texturing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she blow dries it and like sometimes curls it a little and puts some product in it. So it's like a session, you know.
I would probably
it would be awkward.
I would probably just sit and quietly.
Yeah.
It's like when my boss was tattooing me. I was quiet like the whole time unless she asked me something.
There's a reason for that though, too, right?
Yeah, but like
I mean, you didn't have a trust relationship with your boss.
I think no matter what though, I would just be quiet and just kind of be in the experience.
See, and I think that's partly, I wonder, I feel kind of bad, like if I took advantage of that situation with you. I don't know if I took advantage of it, but it was like...
I don't think so.
It was like I had talked about getting a tattoo for a long time.
No, you were very easy.
But part of the reason that I finally went to get the tattoo was I wanted to meet you. But it was like we're face to face, we're bent over my arm, you know.
Yeah.
But if you had been like a weirdo, it would have been a super awkward, uncomfortable, but you know. Yeah. But you're kind of trapped. And I was kind of, you know, poking you with my jokes. Well, super funny jokes.
I had dealt with clients who were... Are you talking about my comfort or your comfort here?
Your comfort.
I was completely comfortable with you. You know, you were cool. I knew Katie.
Didn't have bad breath.
Have bad breath, I don't think.
You don't think?
I don't remember. But like the clients that I have experienced in my life, you were A-okay. Because I have tattooed some difficult people. Let's just put it that way.
Did you want to go?
So I think you're probably fine also with your hairdresser.
Yeah.
You're probably worrying, but I bet she has some clients that are like, oh my gosh, can you just
Well,
please?
I think it feels like we have a good energy and dynamic and banter, but it just felt like this time, I think because we were prepping the house, you know, and thinking about the move and are we going to have enough money to buy what we want? Or are we going to have to rent? And then it just all came out. And I feel like for even longer than usual, I just talked and then had to really work to stop myself and be like, how are you?
There was so much going on though. And I think
just felt
she
bad
probably
after.
got it too. And I think most people get it. I think somebody in a position like hers and like mine when I was doing that, the worker can pick up if the person is just going through some shit or if they're just like this all the fucking time.
Right.
Which if you are, you know, it's fine, but maybe just like work on it.
But you have had people, I think you were saying you had like a guy, didn't you have a guy who was...
I had a lot of experiences.
He was having like a Russian or something. Was that the guy who was like, he was sending her money?
Yeah. So I'm not going to disclose any names or anything, but I tattooed this person who was... They had a lot of issues, and they were always kind of draining. I mean, they were like fun, but...
Was this the drunk guy?
Yeah.
The drinker?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he would get tattooed frequently, but he was an alcoholic, And he just, feel bad talking about him, but
You don't want to talk about it?
gave his, it's okay. I think it's okay.
You may not say any names.
Gave a decently huge chunk of money to a Russian woman overseas who was supposedly supposed to come over.
And be his wife?
Something like that. But she just took the money and he would come in and be like talking to me about those problems. And it's like, you can't just say, bro, she's taking you to the bank. You can't just say that. You have to just kind of be like, yeah, all right. And honestly, I didn't have the energy to get into anything with anybody. It's like, I'm focused on tattooing. I'm stressed out enough having to take care of my boss's stuff and this and that, all while trying to tattoo this person.
And I think if you had a healthy work environment, it would still be somewhat stressful, but you didn't have that. You had two bosses ragging on you and, manipulating and just hot and cold. And then that, I don't have capacity. I need something left over for myself at the end of the day.
But he wasn't even really that bad. I think the worst client experiences I've ever had have been not someone's talking or somebody's energy. It's been how they receive the tattoo or the worst experience I think I can remember is two clients who anytime I would put the needle in, they would shake vigorously. I think because they had a super low pain tolerance. Trying to get a straight line onto somebody who's wiggling like a crazy freak, that's difficult. And it might even be the same for your hairdresser. If she just has somebody who can't sit still, something like that. I mean, it's definitely draining though.
Why would you get tattoos, multiple tattoos? Because they came back multiple times, right?
This person,
are they repeat customers?
This person, I don't know if it was their first time. They weren't fully tatted, but they had this one tattoo and it was on their bicep, and I started and from the beginning she was shaking. Oh my gosh. Vigorously shaking. Just imagine you're trying to draw something and somebody is holding the notepad that you're drawing on and just shaking the shit out of it. And you're supposed to get a straight line on this. And if you don't get a straight line, it's your fucking fault.
And you can't just turn the page to a blank page and start over.
No.
There's no eraser.
Not. But you're the one responsible for any fuck ups. So if you fuck up... Really though. You might be able to contest it, but then they're going around with this fucked up tattoo saying, oh yeah, I got this from such and such or whatever. And, people are going to see it and be like, oh, that looks like shit. I'm not going to that person. It's because you can pretty much guarantee the client's not going to say, yeah, I was shivering the whole time.
Because I'm a wuss. I mean, not even that.
I mean, everybody has.
I just don't know why you would
pain tolerances.
Go get a tattoo. I mean, I feel like if it was your
blame her.
Yeah.
I was just frustrated by the situation of having to really super focus and try to get straight lines onto this moving target.
Or maybe come back when you've had a pot gummy or I don't know, you're comatose or something. I don't know. Or with the first couple of jabs, you'd be like, I can't. This is really... Because I wondered how it was going to be. And I think I knew that this area on my wrist it's not a bad area.
I think that's the problem though. If you have a super low pain tolerance, go into a shop and just say, can you tattoo a line on me with no ink? And if you can't handle it to the point where you're shivering and just, kind of losing it or about to pass out, and you never know how your pain tolerance is going to be. Because my manager was going to tattooed this fairly large man on his forearm, pretty small tattoo, and he passed out. Or he was about to pass out. So doesn't matter how tough you think you are.
I think some people just have an ingrained problem with needles, the way that I have a problem with spiders, you know.
I think his was his pain tolerance. I think he couldn't handle the pain. And also, of course, different parts of your body hurt more. Yeah. So if you're going to start with a tattoo on your side, maybe go in and just be like, hey, just do a line, no ink on me before I, obviously you're going to have to pay for it because somebody has to set all that stuff up for you just to do that. But just for you to know in case, especially if you're kind of I don't want to say a wimp because that's not really fair to
You
say.
just say you have a low pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I do with certain things, but
I do too.
that didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, you were a champ.
It wasn't anything. I mean, I feel like, cramps are worse than that. Way worse. I would much rather get a tattoo every day.
You got it on your wrist.
Yeah.
But it depends on where it's at on your body.
I imagine, yeah.
Because your side, you'd probably react.
But that's partly why I chose that. I mean, I like the spot.
Well, you can see it.
Yeah. But I would think very hard about, like when you pinch me under my arm. Calling you out.
I pinch her sometimes when
I hate it.
Ticking me off.
Pinches are just bad anyway, but like if you tried to like tattoo me under my arm and the that sensitive, oh gosh,
the soft white underbelly,
I would cry and then die. Yeah, it's pretty awful. So anyway, it just made me think about you and all the kind of just expectation of like someone sitting across from you, especially like my tattoo is pretty simple, just black ink, pretty short. I mean, an hour less.
Yeah, less.
Apart from maybe an hour for all the prep and then
having to
everything.
take care of everything else.
But I can't imagine. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a job. I mean, really, I've had office jobs.
Any kind of service job like that where you're touching a person, like if you're massaging people,
what other jobs could there be like
up in a chair?
That.
Let's see. There's hairstylist. There are people that do like facial stuff, right?
Yeah. Any kind of beauty.
Getting rid of any kind of acne kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I would fucking hate that job. My boss tattooed somebody who did that for a living. And she was talking about it and had like, I think she had some video of it. I was like, that's disgusting.
But you were like strangely drawn to it, weren't you?
Sometimes it's like you can't look away, but then I feel like I'm going to barf a little bit. Because especially the close-ups, it's like, it's just too much. And she was like, I love it. I think because it's satisfying to just know that you're getting rid of some nasty stuff, which I get, but also just
that's too much. That's too much for me. Yeah.
Knowing and seeing are two.
It's like I can get that satisfaction from pulling weeds or pulling wild onions. That's very satisfying to me, getting those fucking onions.
Yeah, and it's not gross to look at.
It's not like they do ooze sometimes.
But it's onion
and
juice.
They smell. My hands smell like onions, but it's not like pustules from someone's face or whatever.
Yucko. Let us know if you have that job or if you want that job.
Yeah. Or if you have like any of these kind of jobs and if you think that it just takes a bigger emotional toll, if you need like a lot of recovery time.
There's also piercers.
Yeah.
And I think they're usually quick at what they do.
Yeah,
you just
I guess it depends how many, unless you're getting like multiple at once. But I feel like we're probably missing some.
Yeah, let's think.
I mean, anything that's like non-beauty.
Not really. It's all cosmetic, like eyebrow waxing people and stuff.
I guess people kind of treat doctors that way, but it seems like these days, unless you're wealthy, like you'd get rushed in and out.
Yeah, doctors are usually asking questions the whole time. Like the eye doctors, they don't really give you a chance to be like, so yeah, I'm having a really rough time right now. And be like, yeah, what? So can you see this? Eye doctor or something.
Yeah, let us know if you have that kind of job. Sorry.
That's okay.
If you have those kind of jobs and what your experience has been, and if you like it and that's why you do that kind of job, or it's like the thing you hate.
Or if you just
how you discourage talking with you. You just plop your earbuds in. I don't think you can do that, but
how rude would that be?
Yeah.
That's almost worse than just saying like, hey, can you shut up? Just silently putting your earplugs in, or I mean headphones in.
Yeah.
Earplugs would be much worse.
That would be worse.
I'm just gonna
okay. Yeah. Anyway. Please like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube. We have a website coming soon. I don't know if it'll make a difference to any of you guys, but I'm excited about it.
Positive, low. Positive.
I just don't know, but I feel like it's important, and
I think it's gonna be great. It looks good.
I don't know if it's live yet. It's flappityflappod.com. But I just don't know if it's like live, like unlocked, or if it's just us. So
yeah, it's got like clips and stuff on it.
Yeah, like you can go and you can all these fancy things that probably people who know just it's like whatever. But I was excited because it's like embedded in it is like all our tweets and all our clips and stuff. And we went through the other night and listened to all of our clips where we thought we were super hilarious. Yeah, and rate us or review us, only if it's good though, on if you listen to us on any other platforms.
If you do give us a negative, if you do give us a bad review, tell us what's wrong. Give us some constructive feedback. Don't just be like, 1 star,
Well, some people, it's just not their cup of tea, and that's fine. I don't necessarily think that means it should be a 1 star.
But usually if something's not your cup of tea, you just move on to something else.
Right.
Like I've come across plenty of things on YouTube and whatnot where it's like, I don't really like this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stop watching it. I'm not going to dislike it because it's not necessarily bad.
But I think if it's like technical stuff, or they talked a little too long about this, or their intro music kind of sucks, which is something we've been talking about, or there's a lot of mouth sounds,
change our intro
which
music.
I try to eliminate. But hey, we've got a website, we've got a social media person, we're updating the art, so one thing at a time. And the music is harder because neither of us are really. You're
musical
talent.
You're musical.
Yeah,
I'm
but
slightly
not like
musical.
You're musical. You made the fucking thing.
Yeah, but it's not very good.
I like it, but it might be time for a change,
It's a bit
especially if we're
abrasive.
updating our art. I could turn it down. Don't draw attention to it. I'm gonna cut this. You're gonna give people ideas. Oh, here's the thing I could complain about, or when I give them their 1 star. Change the music. Change your face, but keep listening.
So aggressive.
All right, let's go have some farty muffins.
I don't like that.
Bye.
We should end on something else.
Let's go have some. What do you want to have?
Are we having something? Why do
I
we
don't
have to
know.
have
Let's go
something?
do something. That was like a slice of life. That's like a little insight into our, everyday lives.
All right, I'm sorry.
Having a gigantic farty muffin.
Are you really going to do that, though?
No, but they don't need to know that.
You said that into the mic.
Okay.
They don't need to know that.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.